It doesn't matter what you want. I will succeed, whether you like it or not. I am unstoppable. When will you learn that? When will you learn that?
Again, Mr. Williams, I invite you to conversate with me directly. I don't do all this internet stuff. The problem is you're going after my family, you post my children, and then you mention my name. So you and I, we need to have a conversation. And yes, this is a forever problem.
It's me, Darius Cooks, also known as your local scammer.
You are, you gay, growing up in Chicago, you just end up being with a tribe of people. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It might be different now, but when I was growing up, there were crews. We had people we hung with, right? Anyway, and I hung with people like, you remember Calvin, Lavelle, those are people that I used to hang with back in the day, and you see what happened now, especially with randomness of veil. We ain't heard hide nor have him, have we? We ain't heard hide nor have him, have we? Come to think of it, let me not bring his name up, because let me tell you something. He probably, he ready to. Where's the expose? Where is the expose?
Show out, run your mouth, pop off at the mouth. I do something called an attack. When you do the attack, you got to make sure you're real rooted and grounded. Look that way. Make sure you're real rooted and grounded so they don't know what's about to go on. You just attack them. You just attack them. What did I say? I said you better do what I said to do. Did they think you're crazy? If they think you're crazy, they'll just walk away slowly like that.
We drove all the way from Wilmington, North Carolina to get scammed by Darius Cooks. And boy, did he scam us good. We were so enthralled by everything. We are so impressed, and I can't wait to get scammed again. Thank you, Darius Cooks, for an amazing experience. We talked about it all the way back to the hotel. Love you. And hello to our table mates who were so amazing and friendly.
5, 6, 7, 8. Why you gotta lie so much? You must wake up and just make up stuff. Cause I just do not understand why every time you talk, you tell a quick lie. You and your lies gotta go. Because I'm tired of talking to Pinocchio. Then you had a nerve to look folks in the eyes, knowing that you telling them lies. You be telling them lies. I asked you about this. Yeah, you lied about it. I asked you about that. Yeah, you lied about it. Get them lies together, they all over the place. I bet if Jesus came back, you a lie to his face. Damn, Pinocchio. I guess you wanna see how far your nose can grow. I said, Pinocchio. do is lie, 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 lie.
What's up, good people? Happy, is it Wednesday? It's a blur. Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing either on the run or Darius Cooks Legion. Darius Cooks Legion or on the run to let me know that you can hear me in the chat. I almost forgot to do Instagram once again. I've been forgetting about them lately. But welcome to everyone viewing here on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And thank you to everyone who's letting me know that you can hear me on the YouTube side. That's Nicole and HPP and Sock Snob Films, Aunt May 20, Sheila, Francis, Delilah, Marianne, and it jumped, and everybody else in the chat. It is moving, and I'm very appreciative of that. Also, thank you to the 74% of you who voted over here on the YouTube side, 75 now. Out of the 75 of y'all, 92 have said that you have hit that thumbs up and shared this video. Please, on all the platforms, please hit that like button, that heart button, that follow button. It is all free to you, but it is invaluable to me and the growth of this channel. Here on YouTube, we are trying to reach our 50,000 subscriber goal. And then on the Facebook side, we're trying to reach 10K. And on Instagram, I'll take what y'all give me. Instagram is hard to grow on. I'll take what y'all give me. Anyway, tonight, woo, Jesus, I have been researching and putting this thing together for the past probably 6 hours. So I'm running a little behind. I did not know that this Bali situation with Darius Cooks was as that I had missed as much as I missed. I didn't know that for one, but I did not know how deep this rabbit hole went. And I found out as I was trying to research, and by the time I got so deep, I was like, forget it, let's get it done. Usually I'll be like, oh, this is going to take too much. I'll push this to another day and I'll work on something that's quicker. I was like, let's just get it done. Just get it done. That's why I'm late. But anyway, the poll question that just went out, is Darius Cooks a pathological liar? Oh, how did I forget this? First of all, we got to pay our rant and meltdown video. It's how we get warmed up, give a little time for people to get in. Here you go.
This, you know what? This is the thing. It don't come up no more. This is as far as it come up. I guess I didn't get the one with the extra long handle on it. It's fine. This one, I like the spin mark. You ain't got to touch it. I twisted the pole. This is as far as it go up. It only go to 48. What's 48? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 4 feet. This 4 feet tall. This about 4 feet. This about 2 feet. This 2 more feet. That's all as it go to 48. That's it. It's not meant for me. It's meant for Maria. I love this mob. Girl, it don't the fuck go up. Extendable telescope, 22 to 36 inches or 36 to 48. Bitch, you got 2 choices. 22 to 36 or 36 to 48. That's it. It don't go no fucking higher than that. Okay? Now, do you want the flow clean or not? What the fuck do the size of the mop got to do? Girl, twist. I have twisted. Do you, girl, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'll talk to y'all later. You want to tell me how to live my life, how to run my life? No, keep doing what you're doing and let me do what I'm doing. And when I need your suggestion, I'll come and ask you. But you've not heard me ask you for a suggestion. So why are you offering? I can offer you one. Stop eating so much. Lose weight. Stop spending so much money. Learn how to save. Get your credit score up. Quit sleeping next to a man who don't fucking love you. Get some self-esteem. Get some encouragement. You see how a slippery slope this is? Do you see what slippery slope we go down when I never asked you for a suggestion?
Okay, and then this one I actually forgot to add in You know, Darius Cooks is always claiming that he never has seen our content over here. He can't stand the sound of my voice. The only thing he knows is maybe what people tell him, but he don't know nothing about what happens over here. Well, I run into this video today as I was researching, and I'm like, clearly, well, we already know, I know, but we already know he's lying and gaslighting us usually when he says that. But I just love to find the pieces of receipts that prove that he's lying. So in this clip here, he responds to our opening video, which is him in the creepy voice saying that he's unstoppable. But he claims he doesn't watch anything over here.
To be arrogant a little bit. Well, not a whole lot. This is a touch. I'm really telling you I'm unstoppable because God's favor is all over me. And it's nothing nobody can do about it, including me. God's favor is all over me. It's nothing nobody can do. Nobody. It's nothing you can do to stop the favor of God that's on my life. Nothing. You can't go on Yelp. You can't write no Google review. No Google review. You can't call nobody. You can't write no agents. You can't do nothing. What kind of God do we serve? That would
always throwing in God in this chaos, but that proves he's literally answering to why, to what he meant when he says, I'm unstoppable. Was it, when will you learn that? When will oh, when I put that together, I was like, Bill, you brilliant. You are built that, and that's what, about 2 years old now, that little trailer. I don't know, it just came to me in a moment because I was like, man, that's so creepy. It's so satanic. It's so evil. And then it just all started playing. I was like, it's like watching a creepy, scary movie. And I was like, and the fact that he repeated, I was like, what if I just repeated throughout this whole trailer? God works with me too. Well, the real God, our Savior, Lord and Savior, not the devil that you serve. Thank you so much for the super chats that are coming in, super stickers. Right. Only one Sag is saying, Carolyn is saying, stop playing with God. Thank you so much, friend. I agree 1,000,000% with you. Do not play with God. And thank you, Life of Lunda, for the super sticker. And I know I missed another one. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. And Saint Center, thank you so much, friend, for the super chat. Showing appreciation and love for all you do, Val. And also, thank you so much for the super stickers, but I've been noticing that a lot of other creators are starting to say, hey, don't send me the Cash App instead because I get the full amount. Otherwise, you're tipping YouTube, and YouTube ain't did nothing about this. I mean, they hosting us. They're giving us a platform. But if you want me to get the full amount, you can Cash App me, Zelle me, or Venmo, and it's all scrolling across the bottom of your screen. And pretty much everything is at Velby. Because I was like, YouTube get like 40%. I was like, that is a lot of, like, you guys have been very generous. And then YouTube is getting 40% of things. It's like, maybe I need to remind the people. So, I just removed it. Can I keep this? Hold on. Let me try something else too. This is a lot, y'all. Let me see. I'm going to my brand. If I do a drop down, because I like my other look better. And then I do banner. Okay, but then when I switch back over, it's going to change, ain't it? Hold on, y'all. I'm testing in real time. Yep, it changed. Okay. I'll fix all that later. Okay, so, and then our reminder, our newest clip, and I just want, for those who are not aware, thank you to those who took this poll. The one we're closing out is Darius Cooks a pathological liar? 98% of you say yes. 2% of you say, no, he don't lie every second of the day, so that's not, or you don't know the definition of pathological, or your finger slipped. But I can just guarantee you he's a pathological liar. Trust me. And I'm going to continue to prove it. Just stick around. And hey, D-hivers and D-hags and people with flying monkey behaviors, and the flying monkeys. Poll question we just put out is, did you know that here's another one that proves he's pathological light. Did you know that Darius Cooks has admitted to being a repeated thief as a child and teenager? Did you know that? If you didn't, here you go.
Then, okay, the first time I definitely remember stealing was I stole from this lady's purse, a teacher at school. I was on, did I give it back? I probably should go up there right now and give a donation. That's probably what I need to do. It was this teacher at school, and I used to go to, what school was this? It was Douglas. I guess I was in House B at Douglas. I was in House A. I forgot. But this would have been like 1990. Okay, let me see. Hold on. If I graduated 8th grade in 95, it would have been like 1993 or something. Girl, that's so long ago. I can't remember shit. 30 years ago. Okay, that's how long ago this shit was. 30 years. So, I thought nobody even seen me steal that money out of her purse. I took $20 out of her, and I would take the money. I used to go to like, I remember with that 20, I went to the corner store. I got me some oatmeal cream pies. I got some vanilla ice cream. I got some of them toasted coconut donuts. I got me some tangy cheese chip. I was fed. I was still to eat. I was fed. We was poor, right? So I remember I stole from a lady purse, and I had got caught. And I said, damn, how did they catch me? Ain't nobody even seen me go in her purse. But they found me. I had to go to the principal's office every day. I had to call my mama. I got my ass told clean up. So that was the first time. The second time I remember stealing was at the church. The third time, this when I said I better stop this. I think I came to my senses after this, after the third time. After the third time, I said, this is, the third time I got caught. I said, no, I can't do this. It was like more like organized crime. I could have got a RICO charge.
He could have got a RICO charge. Yes, you're hearing Darius Cooks openly share that he's been stealing since he was a child, all the way into his teen years. And we're supposed to suspend belief and think that he stopped when he's telling us he stopped. Although what he's about to describe is what he's literally been accused of doing in his businesses.
I could have had a RICO charge. Let me tell you what happened. I had this job, right? I told y'all this before. I had this job. I used to work at Frank's Nursery and Craft. Okay? I used to work at Frank's Nursery and Craft in North Riverside. Third? I know. Girl, I was a kid. You kids do dumb shit because they kids. I used to work at Frank's Nursery and Craft in North Riverside. Third? I know. Girl, I was a kid. You kids do dumb shit because they kids. I used to work at Frank's Nursery and Craft. It was in North Riverside, right? It was like, when you go into North Riverside, you gotta go past the Best Buy, and then on the right-hand side, before you go to the mall, there's the, it was Frank's Nursery and Craft, right? And I used to, I was on the cash register. Let me tell you what I used to do. So let's say you come and you come to the register and you do your stuff, right? You be like, okay, I'm gonna cash out. Back then, the credit card, everything was separate. It wasn't the same. So what I used to do is if your bill was like $37.41, right? I would charge your credit card $41 and whatever the cent is, and then take the $10 out the grocery store. Out the cash register. Out the grocery store, Lord Jesus. Out the cash register, right? So, I would probably make about between like $80 and $100 doing that a day. Girl, today, I guess somebody down to the accounting department started doing a reconciliation. I thought you just started scamming. You a whole professional. I know, child. Somebody down to the accounting department started saying, "Wait a minute now, store number 672 look a little funny on the on the P&L." A day, child. I ain't do it like every day. It would be like, I'll probably do it like, if I ain't work, I was a kid. I wasn't working every day. I was only working like specific days. So I would only do it like Let's say if I work 3 days a week, I would do it like 2 days a week. I wouldn't do it the whole time. Yeah. But yeah, I did that. It's one of my five. I'm not proud of it. Never sounds proud of it. Oh God, we thank God for deliverance. Oh girl, please. I'm like the only person.
So that's him admitting that he not only stole from the purses of adults in his life, he stole in the church under God's roof. Many of us would just not have the nerves to be able to do anything like that. We'd be too afraid that, you know, karma and God and the spirit would get us. He don't care. He's laughing at it. Don't even regret it. And then he continued it and is still being accused of it. But straight from the gate, if I'm understanding the context of this, I think straight from the gate is trying to justify what he was just cackling about. He was just trying to survive a time when it was hard to survive. Where you get that from? What narrative you creating over there? Because what I heard him say is he stole from that woman's purse and went to go get food, potato chips and stuff, snacks. I didn't hear him say, because my mama wasn't feeding me, I had to get something to eat. And when you're in the church, you let the church you're in need know you're in need. You don't steal. You say, hey, I'm in the church. Hey, I'm hungry. I'm starving. My mama ain't taking care of me. And then what that's got to do with then creating credit card scams at major retail outlets? And then continue. So what's your excuse for today? Why he's stealing today? Why are there people saying that he was stealing with every business he's had? Fresh Go, the Cupcake Gallery, Greens and Gravy, Soul Crab Atlanta, Soul Crab Chicago, the cookware line, the cookbook line. I can go on and on and on. Now, we're not blocking straight from the gate. We don't block over here. We let the ignorance reside so that they can hopefully become unignorant. Is that a word? Unignorant. All this work, I tell you, you still get craziness. I want that off there. So moving on to the topic at hand, I'm going to close out this poll. Did you know that Darius Cooks has admitted to being a repeated thief as a child and a teenager? 62% of you did know, probably from yesterday, because we played this the first time on yesterday. 38% of you did not know. That is why we played it again today, and we will play it every day that we go live so that we can send that reminder out there so that more and more people can learn. Moving on to the topic at hand. Hey, over there, Miss Me Guide the Line over there on Instagram. Hey. Moving on to the topic for tonight. Darius Cooks' great escape to Bali. Tonight, we're going to talk about his plans to move to Bali. He's the whole timeline of how this came about, how he went from taking a trip to Bali to, for the first time, to all of a sudden he's building a home and a restaurant there and has a business partner who he's calling a brother. All in a matter of 48 hours of being in Bali. And now he has the whole culture on lock. He understands everything. He got it all figured out. Okay, nobody tell him nothing. And we got the whole timeline here. So poll question that I just put out there is, did you know that Darius Cooks is planning to move to Bali? 84% of you look like did know. So the picture that you see here is Darius Cooks while he was in Bali during that vacation. He's taking a picture, a photoshopped picture, making himself look thinner as he always does. And he's probably finagled the sunset as well. That's what she does. And nothing real in her life. Closing out this poll question. Did you know that Darius Cooks was planning to move to Bali? 84% of you is changing. Y'all still voting. Sorry, but I gotta keep it moving. I'm a little behind on the polls. Next poll question coming in. And just for those of you who don't know already, the polls are only posted on YouTube. But if you are watching on Facebook or Instagram, feel free to answer. Put your answer in the chat. More than welcome. Poll question is: have you heard that Crooks? Have you heard of Crooks' Bali business partner Tommy? So while in Bali for his vacation in January, Darius Cooks took a cooking class. And as you can see a little bit in the background there, he has Corey, who was his ex-videographer, who was recording the whole thing. Darius Cooks was basically doing a travel vlog of sorts, because that's part of his newest grift, is to do that. And so in this footage here, or in this photo here, Darius Cooks is chopping up something. He looked like a 5-year-old chopping up vegetables for the first time in his life. So during that cooking class, it was a cooking class where they actually went to the local markets. They learned basically about the Indonesian people, their culture, the cuisine, etc. And then I guess they came back and they cooked whatever items. So during that, Darius Cooks ends up riding in the car with the teacher, and his name was Tommy. And it was by happenstance. Well, he thinks it was by happenstance. I'm starting to think some other things based on all the stuff I've discovered for y'all. And we still got more. Like we'll be following this for a while. He ends up in the car with Tommy. Tommy impressed him. Tommy is this Indonesian guy, and he was the cook, well, the teacher / chef. Darius Cooks was impressed with him because he understood Southern Black culture. Although he's never been to America, he's studied us very well, and he was able to code switch, and he impressed Darius Cooks. Sound like he might be the chosen person to scam the Black people to me, but I don't know. Y'all let me know at the end. We'll get there. So basically, through conversation during this drive where they're exploring the local markets, etc. Again, he's there. Tommy's the teacher for the cooking class. Somehow they get to talking about business and opportunities out there. And Tommy also becomes the connect for Darius Cooks to get into business. And next thing you know, Darius Cooks is talking about, he's posting what I have there. Hey, say hey to my new business partner and brother, Tommy. And Tommy just a cheesing. I couldn't find this video. I didn't have enough time to find this video. But I saw this live where Tommy is cheesing. He is like, oh, we got one. We got one on a hook. We got him. And Darius Cooks is saying, now in his chat, the D-hivers, D-hags, the D-hags like this gatekeeper person who's trying to troll my chat, they are trying to warn Crooks, like, you need to look into this. This sounds funny. This don't sound right. Blah, blah, blah. Massa, what you doing, Massa? Arr! Darius Cooks like, no, this ain't how they are here. They real honest here. They don't have no scamming here. This is a very spiritual place. I'm gonna be the only scammer here. And Tommy's like, yeah, no, we're good here. We're good. We don't do that here. I'm like, it sounds like Crooks indoctrinating people, like the gatekeeper person in the chat trolling. This is how they get indoctrinated. So I'm what is it? Straight from the gate. They getting bamboozled. Darius Cooks got wrapped in his own grift. The guy used his own methods. So Darius Cooks didn't listen to Tommy. Tommy didn't talk about whatever, business opportunities, how you get land, how you could open a restaurant, blah, 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 this and that. On top of that, Darius Cooks probably attracted to the guy as well. And he then is riding around with Tommy, and Tommy's got the hook up instantly. Tommy like, oh, I know the piece of land over here. Oh, I know the owner of the land. He the chief of police, so you ain't got to worry. He an honest guy. All that. So then Darius Cooks riding around. So now Darius Cooks, he's filming the whole process because he's so happy that he thinks he's found his next grift. So here's Tommy and Darius Cooks in Tommy's vehicles. Tommy's driving him around, and Darius Cooks is just impressed, sitting over there smiling and cheesing like a schoolgirl because he done found him somebody in Indonesia who knows Black culture and lingo and music.
Are you ready for cool and the game? We want to get out.
Oh, the video froze. Is the video complete? Because of the music, I'm gonna have to mute here or there because it's copyright. But this is Tommy dancing to Get Right On It.
What you gonna do?
Get down on it.
You wanna get down? You wanna get what? Say, get down on it. Down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. To him, baby.
I'm pausing a little bit because I want y'all to hear it. I want y'all to hear it too. So Tommy is sitting there grooving to the Black music. He know cool in the game, and Darius Cooks is feeling also. It's like he's being grifted with his own grifting tactics. Because Darius Cooks uses soul music as a part of his grift as well. Hilarious.
Get down on it. Are you really don't wanna dance? By staring on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me, what you gonna do?
And Darius Cooks like, how much money I gotta give you so you can do some more of that? 100,000? That's it.
Why do you even know this? Why do you know this?
Get your back up off the wall. People say, get down on it. That's what I'll listen to. If you really want.
Ooh. So Darius, because when you watching it from the outside looking at you, like it's so obvious what's happening here, and Darius Cooks is just like, she gone, y'all. We gotta let her do it. Just let her do it. We gonna watch it. We gonna have plenty of episodes as the Bali world turns. We're gonna see all the dramatics of it all. Her sitting there blubbering when everything goes wrong, but gotta love it. Gotta love it. So Darius Cooks, he's enjoying his car rides with Tommy, getting down on it, wishing he could get down on it. But Tommy is a married straight guy. And so he's out and about. He's posting pictures. He got Tommy taking him around the neighborhood. Tommy telling his friends, we got one. I'm finna introduce you to him. He around here talking about how rich he is, talking about how many millions he got and how he get to live the life he want to live. He been talking about it since the moment he landed. They told me at the airport to look out for him. So Darius Cooks walking around town, taking selfies with them. It's hilarious. So, poll question for closing out. Have you heard of Cooks' Bali business partner, Tommy? 56% of you have, 44% of you have not. So when he's talking about Bali, we're going to get in more detail, but as he's talking about Bali, know that that is the person, Tommy, is the person who is basically project managing the project, the build of this venture out there in Indonesia, across the country, across the world. Total stranger that he met. He had only known 48 hours before he locked into a contract with. 25-year contract. What do you think about it, y'all? tickles me. Have you heard me cover the Darius Cooks? Oh, no, this is wrong. This shouldn't even be here. Never mind. That ain't. I should have removed that. That was from my other one. So Darius Cooks in this next video is telling us about the origin story of how this all arrived, this whole Bali deal, how the deal came about.
What's the financial amount? And so when he first told me, he said between 300 and 800,000, right? And so in my mind, I was like, that's a lot of fucking money. That's $1 million.
Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. He's having this conversation with Tommy within the first day or so of meeting him.
To open up, but I guess if it pay off in the long run, I guess that's cool. Tell me why I'm thinking American dollars. Tell me why he's like, no, that's rupiahs. That is $32,000. We paying Chantel $24,000. That's between $32,000 and $50,000. I said, are you kidding me? He was like, no. He's like, so what you do if you do it the illegal way? The illegal way is, he was like, you just, you work with somebody and you give them, you give them the money, and then what you do is you make, you start working with a team, you hire the builders, and you have to rent the land, right? So you can't buy land. Nobody that's not Indonesian, even he can't buy land, and he's from Indonesia. He's like half Indonesian, I think half Indian or something like that. His father's from someplace. And he was saying that you have to be a local in order to be able to buy the land. So he was like, you can't buy land. So you rent the land. I was like, you rent the land. You rent land and you build on the rent. How much is the rent on the land? Please tell me why the rent on the land was like $100 a month. $100 a month.
I keep talking while I'm muted. Anyway, I'm saying that I did not alter the sound of his voice at all. That demonic sound is just the universe doing what it does. This is from his IG Lives.
I was like, wait, so you rent the land? But he's like, yeah, you just pay like $100 a month to rent the land from whoever owns the land. And then he was like, once you do that, then you just get it, you could build whatever. You could build a house, you could build a business. I was like, what about zoning? He was like, there's no zoning laws. I was like, what about permits? He was like, there's no such thing as a permit. So I was like, wait a minute. So as a foreigner, if I wanted to do it illegally, you're telling me I could just send you the money, rent the land, and just hire people to build the thing? And he said, yes. I said, what about like a health department? He said, we don't have one. I said, what about insurance requirements? He said, we don't have them. I said, what about permit? He said, we don't have them. So none of these places got permit? He said, no. He said, if you wanted to sell liquor, there's a process for that. But most of, other than that, there's no process. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, damn. I said, okay. So then I started asking him more questions like, okay, credit card sales, because people pay with their credit card. I was like, if I wanted to get a credit card machine to accept payments for credit cards, wouldn't, in some capacity, wouldn't I be responsible? Like, how do you do that if I don't have a bank account and ID and all that? I got to get a bank account. He said what they do is, he was like, basically the money would come to somebody else's account and they would give it to you. And I was like, you trust people like that? He was like, it happens all the time. He was like, I can show you, 10 restaurants that I work with. I'm finna get to the legal way in 1 second. Trust me. So he's like, it's like 10 restaurants I work with. I can tell you I got a guy right now that's from the UK. He don't even live in the UK. I mean, he don't even live here, but his business is here. And he just comes here maybe once every other month. And I was like, okay, that's a little suspect to my American brain. But again, you have to remember that this is not America, right? So I was like, well, can somebody take the money and run? He was like, yeah. I was like, but they don't. I was like, well, why don't they? Listen, first of all, just let me do this. So I was like,
So that's him turning off the comments because they're bothering him, his D-hags, are bothering him because in the chat, they're all trying to warn him, Master, this sounds like a scam. It sounds like what you do to everybody else. Be careful. And now he's irritated.
Y'all like to talk and not listen at all. And I said that was two ways. You see what I'm saying? I know what I said. So I'm giving you the...
Master, we know you do everything illegal over here. We turn a blind eye, but you sure you want to go to another country and be illegal? Arr. Of course he does. That's everything he does is illegal. Y'all just don't see it. Or don't want to see it. I'm sorry, because it's out here.
First way, and I'm going to tell you the second way when I get done with the first way. All right? Damn. So then he was like, okay. So then...
See how he scolds them like they're children? Literally talks to these grown people like they're children.
He was like, I was like, that's a little, like, my American brain can't process that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hard for me to conceptualize. He was like, I know it might be difficult, but he was like, this is the way it works. I was like, but what would prevent somebody? He's like, people don't, like, there's no violence or crime in Bali. There's no gun laws, but
there's no violence or crime in Bali. Remember that. We got more show for you.
Guns are illegal. So he was like, it's like the relationship. People value the relationship. So you know, we're not the kind of people that would do that based on, I said, I don't know. Okay, fine. That's the culture. That's what y'all do. Which also kind of makes sense because we was outside at the Ubud over there at the park the other day, yesterday. And honey, they tossing with their fingers. Honey, it's flies flying around. We went to the market today. I went to the market today. And that market we went to today, this morning, Corey got it all on tape, child. We went to the meat section. Child, it's flies everywhere. I'm talking about literally laying eggs on the meat, okay? I'm like, yeah, this is a little too Eastern for me. And it smelled really bad. It smelled bad. But this is what they do. It's a different culture. So, you know, I'm here to observe and learn, child. That's it. Now, the legal way. Because I'm like, well, what's the difference between the illegal and legal? Because I need my own credit card settlements. I can't trust nobody with that. You know, he talked to me, it's a lot of money. No, I can't do it. No. So he said the legal way is you obviously apply for a visa, which he's like, Americans are prioritized, like everybody, you know, if you're American, he said American or Russian. Those are the top two. Oh, Australian. American, Russian, and Australian. Right, the top two, because obviously we come from places where our economies are super, super strong. So he was like,
y'all keep asking about his voice change. I swear I have had nothing to do with that. I truly believe. I know that the people will say, oh, is this his signal? It was the internet signal for Instagram. No, I mean, that's possible, but I also think it was from a spiritual realm, some stuff is happening. Because it's happening more and more. And it happens with certain things he's talking about. God ain't playing with this fool.
You know, you are, as an American in Indonesia, you're almost revered because, like, you come from a place that has money, which makes sense. If you've ever been on a cruise before, and everybody's been on a cruise before, the workers that work on the cruise, a lot of them are from where? Indonesia, right? So that just goes to show you, like, the circle of the economic spectrum. So I said, what's the legal way? So he said the legal way is this. He said you have to have $600,000 US. You have to have that, and you put that in a bank account in Indonesia. So you
gotta come and he gotta put $600,000 in their bank over there. Wink, wink.
You open a bank account, then you go back, you know, to the United States or whatever. You wire the money to your own account. As long as you have $600,000 in an account in Bali, in Indonesia, that's all that matters. I said, okay, so then what about, like, opening a restaurant here? Like, do I get a permit? He was like, no. I was like, see, the only reason you would have the money, the $600K, he said, is because you want to do your own credit cards. And, you know, we have other places where we have people who they're not legal, and they come here, but they only here, you know, once a month, twice a month, once, you know, every other, which is great, which makes sense. Because yesterday at the place where you left yesterday, she was like, no, I'm not the boss. I just work here. The boss lives in another country. So it's very common here in Indonesia that I'm finding out. And as we were driving through the Canggu section, of Bali, he's right. Every place you looked, it was a Subway, foreign owned. It was a burger joint, foreign owned. The club, foreign owned. So literally, you're looking. This is like this person. He's like, this restaurant or this business is owned by people from the UK. This business is owned by somebody from the United States. This owns somebody from Mexico. Like he literally is pointing out, he's like, this is owned by, this is Russia owned, this is Russia owned, this is owned by some Saudis. Like every business that was there was owned by somebody other than locals. And the area that it was in was obviously like higher upper echelon, so it was a little bit more expensive. And the economies from Indonesia just couldn't be able to support that, the people who gotta live and work here. So he was like, yeah, you just, you get the land, and as we were driving around, I mean, I saw like 10 or 12 plots of land that had the sign up that was like, you know, they do this what's called 25-year lease on the land. And you end up paying like, you know, 100. Sometimes it's like $80 a month. It just depends. But it's like the rent on the land is super, super inexpensive. So it's like, you know, $100 a month just for the land, and then you build on top of it. So I said, okay, is it the same for the house and the restaurant? He says the exact same process. He said you would rent the land for your house, and renting the land would be, you know, that $100 a month. And then he said to build, you could build a house. I mean, you could build a house, he says, cheap as $20K. But if you want, you know, bells and whistles, you're looking at more like $40,000. I said, $40,000 to build a brand new house from the ground up. It's fucking crazy to me. I have never, ever in my life heard of nothing like that. And he gave me a breakdown of how he got to the $40K. Basically, you hire the workers and they buy the materials and build the house. That this is what they do here. It's not no real estate company. There are no real estate agents. There's none of that here, right? I know, you know, it's hard to conceptualize any of this, but he said we don't have that. We don't have like real estate agents, and like there's no like real estate. I'm like, so how do people? He said you talk to the person that own it, and that's just their culture. I was like, wow. Talk to the person that own it. It's hard to conceptualize any of this, but he said we don't have that. We don't have like real estate agents, and like there's no like real estate. I'm like, so
they don't have real estate agents and stuff like that. I know it's hard to understand the concept of it. And I was like, what? Huh? I've seen listings and stuff. So how they facilitating all that? So I said, you know what? Let me ask ChatGPT. And I said, ChatGPT, I did that today earlier. Are there real estate agents in Bali, Indonesia? Yes, there are definitely real estate agents in Bali, Indonesia. It said, yes, definitely. Bali is a popular tourist destination and a place where many people, both locals and foreigners, invest in real estate for various purposes, such as vacation homes, rental properties, or retirement homes. Real estate agents in Bali help buyers and sellers navigate the property market, facilitate transactions, and provide guidance on legal and regulatory matters related to real estate transactions in Bali.
how do people? You say you talk to estate agents, the brand new house from the ground up. It's fucking crazy to me. I have never ever in my life heard of nothing like that. And he gave me a breakdown of how he got to the $40K. Basically, you hire the workers and they buy the materials and build the house. That this is what they do here. It's not no real estate company. There are no real estate agents. There's none of that here, right? I know, you know, it's hard to conceptualize any of this. Yeah, I still.
I'm so lost. Like, all I did was a quick little ChatGPT search. And all I said is, are there real estate agents in Bali, Indonesia? Because I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been there. I ain't tried to buy no property there. So I ain't going to act like I'm just because I do these videos, like I know stuff. I'm going to research. And it wasn't hard. I didn't I grabbed my phone and dialed up ChatGPT. Closing out this poll, I'm like, things ain't adding up. Real quick, they not adding up. What do I know? I'm not a millionaire. A millionaire grifter. Is Darius Cooks going to choose the illegal way to open this restaurant? 88% of you said, of course he is. That's why he mentioned it, and that's why he talked about it first. And he seemed very enthusiastic about the illegal way. If he wasn't planning on doing it the illegal way, why would he know? Why would he ask? You just be like, how do we do this? Not, and also, but how do we do it the illegal way? Because I'm sure that was his question. 12% of y'all say, nah, he's not going to do this illegal, although he's done everything else illegally and cut every other corner that he can. Also, Darius Cooks is saying there's no permits needed. They're in Bali. They don't have none of that. None of that. In order to register your business in Bali, you need a permit. The permit you need is called a Tan Daftar Usanda Pawaskata, whatever. Registering your business and obtaining a TDUP is one of the very first things you will need to do when opening a restaurant in Bali. A validity of TDUP is usually for 5 years. However, it depends on the issuance area. Where she's getting this information from, is she only getting it from Tommy, who's dancing, get down on it? Like, what's happening here? I'm lost, because again, I was putting this story together. I knew the big pieces, but then as I'm putting this together for y'all, I'm like, I am so lost because it's so much pointing to this not being legit, but she's hell bent on it and saying that it is. And I thought she had better sense than this, but I guess she don't. She ain't the same person I knew years ago either. Then Darius Cooks posted this on March 22nd. This was just a week ago, where he says, screenshots from my hate group. Somebody, now for somebody so unconcerned with the people who expose you, every single day he is talking about the people that are exposing him. That's not how you act unconcerned. She can't help herself. She's a narcissist. She can't help herself. She got to look at stuff about her. Says, screenshots from my hate group. Somebody add these up for me and let me know what the project capital expense is. So because in the exposing groups, they have been saying that Darius Cooks was lying about the amount of money he's spending, because 1 minute he's saying this whole thing is going to only cost him $100,000. Now I think he's talking about it's $250,000. We heard him say he got to put $600,000 in a bank account in Indonesia. All of this stuff. So people have been questioning. Now, me, I don't like to speculate. I like to just go with the facts. But people have been speculating that, oh, he lied because he said this. And anybody who's built anything or had businesses, etc., you know that what you think in the beginning or what you estimate is always subject to change as the project moves along. So I'm very aware of that. Building houses, all that stuff. I know all that. So I ain't tripping off of him saying one amount, which was lower in the beginning, and now it's a different amount now. He's doing stuff and it's coming together. That's when, again, if you even had a house renovated or something, you know, whatever you think the cost is going to be, you need to add another 50% to that. It's just how it rolls. But anyway, he's so busy trying to combat. I would not give a goddamn what people were saying who ain't involved in my project. I'd be like, I don't care. I don't care. Y'all don't know what's happening. That's not how he rolled. So he puts here construction costs, $100K. 2D and 3D plans, $10,000. Staffing, $25,000. Equipment, $65,000. Furniture, $30,000. Branding, $5,000. That's real low, ain't it? You know. So then you got the Flying Monkey D-Hags in the chat. Man, so what you want us to say to them? Marissa says, 235K if my math is mathing right, master. Then Melissa Nelson says, Lord, seriously, their mind didn't go past the thought of that may only be the cost of the house. even though he had line items of a bunch of other stuff there. So, Melissa, you ain't that sharp either. Then Vanessa Burton, y'all know they be flapping and they floating. That's why I'm doing this, because they floating in the air. Vanessa, I'm Vanessa Burton. They never had to add up multiple zeros, and it shows. So they doing all that. That's what I be saying. Y'all be speculating on stuff. Y'all just giving them ammunition, but continue. So Darius Cooks posts that. And then people are saying, this is crazy, Crooks, because Master, your hate groups are saying it's permits. You're supposed to be getting permits, Master. So then he comes with this video.
I want to make this very clear to you. There is no building permit. There is no license process. There is no zoning law. None of that exists in Bali. I want you to hear me carefully, okay? Zoning, permits, licensing, all of that does not exist. All you do is get a construction company. I'm telling you in US dollars. Why would I tell you in Bali dollars, girl? You don't know how to convert the numbers to Bali numbers. Why would I tell you that in rupees? You don't know what the hell a rupiah is, girl. Yes, it's US dollars. So all you do is get a construction company. That's it, right?
I'm gonna play this one more time while I'm typing this.
I want to make this very clear to you. There is no building permit. There is no license process. There is no zoning law. None of that exists in Bali. I want you to hear me carefully, okay? Zoning, permits, licensing, all of that does not exist. All you do is get a construction company. I'm telling you in US dollars. Why would I tell you in Bali dollars, girl? You don't know how to convert the numbers to Bali numbers. Why?
Again, insulting them, treating them like just idiots. I mean, you kind of would think they might be, because it's kind of, they take anything and everything that he says with like at face value, like it's facts because he said it. Again, I'm like, just a quick little Google search, and this was in one of the exposing groups where somebody had looked this up. What are the requirements for setting up a restaurant business in Bali? From CCI Consulting, it says to set up a restaurant, you will need space that can accommodate 60 or more seats. Looks like a requirement to me. The regulation says the location should be appropriately zoned for commercial activities, and your building should have the necessary building permits for a restaurant. If setting up a smaller scale F&B business, then the rumor McCann, roughly translated as a local eatery, may be an option. They can be owned by 100% Indonesian-owned limited liability company. Says a restaurant business can be incorporated. That's the next one. Restaurant business can be incorporated and begin operations as quickly as 2 to 3 months if you have a suitable location with building permits. Darius Cooks claim you don't need no building permits. You just need a contractor. Like they're just not even a civilized land, like a developed country. What licenses are involved? The question is. Restaurants need to have a deed of establishment, legalization by the Ministry of Law, tax registration number. This sounds very official to me. Company domicile certificates, tourism operational licenses, health and hygiene licenses. I thought there were no health inspections needed. And staff health checks to operate. The staff even need to be get exams. Goes on to say, the part they highlighted here, working with and checking the right zoning, red commercial zoning, yellow is residential zoning, where you can have a small cafe that can open during the day not into the evening, and then green zoning, no build agriculture and protected land. There have been many cases where people have unintentionally bought land in the wrong zoning and then cannot build and or run businesses. I ain't pull that one up for y'all. I ain't making this up. This is here. This is just out here in the public. Like a Google, all of y'all can Google the same stuff. So I'm so lost at why he's proclaiming so vehemently that that's not true. Is he only going on what Tommy's saying? Is he trying to gaslight us because we're in the US and he's hoping if people don't think there's any official things that have to happen with it, they will think there's no way to report him or anything like that? I don't know, y'all. I'm just kind of telling the story. I'm telling the story. Poll question we're closing out. Do you think no permits or licenses are needed for businesses and construction in Bali? 21% of y'all, I don't know. Y'all guess just going off what he's saying. 79% of y'all say no, that don't really make sense. You got to keep in mind, if you have a place with no regulations about construction, zoning, things like that, you will have people popping up all kind of structures that fall on people. They're looking crazy, health and sanitation issue, all these things that you will have that will create chaos in a civilized situation. And the fact that Bali has evolved so much and they got tourism and all of that, I guarantee you they have regulation. Darius Cooks says they don't. We'll see. So then Darius Cooks, there's another video. She just been talking up a storm with this. You know, she documents everything. So this is great. The good thing, she's in her mind documenting so people can't say she's a scammer, but it actually just proves what we're all saying and shows her mental issues. But it also helps us just keep a complete timeline for stories like this. So then Darius Cooks, after he's told us in the other clips that he's signing this lease and he has to be on it and all these other things. In this next video, he tells us that he can't sign the lease.
Can't sign the contract for the lease physically because the timing is off and I'm not there for the timing. So we put an agreement into place that our business contract would allow Tommy to sign, even though I'm the majority owner and he's the minority owner. So that was done, and they sent me a picture. Oh.
So Tommy can sign documents. Basically, it sounds like power of attorney is what it sounds like. Tommy is able to sign documents when Darius Cooks is not around on behalf of Darius Cooks. Okay. It sounds real safe for somebody you just met. Okay.
I got to get it off my WhatsApp and show y'all. Okay. It's going to freeze, but let me go to WhatsApp.
Okay. He ain't saying nothing there. Then Darius Cooks, y'all, this is a lot. I've been researching this for hours, and now to have to sit here and go through it, it's a lot. Don't forget, hit me up on the Cash App. It's scrolling across the bottom of your screen. I am VLB, Zelle, Venmo, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciate it. And hit that like button if you haven't as of yet. We got 215 likes, and we got 466 viewers currently. Please hit that like button to support this work that I do over here. Hours of work. So I spent about 6 hours on this alone, not counting the days before this, but 6 hours pulling this all together for tonight's show. And it'd be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button and share this video and subscribe to help us reach 50K. Just as a thank you for all of my hard work. It is free to you, but it is invaluable to me and the growth of this channel. So the poll question that just went out is, do you believe that Darius Cooks is getting scammed in Bali? Do you believe that he is getting scammed in Bali? So then he posts, after all this, we working our way through the timeline. He posts, it's now official. I, Darius Williams, have officially leased land in Bali, Indonesia for the next 25 years. I still can't believe this. Next up, getting the renderings for both my new home and new restaurant, Hip Hop Fried Chicken. And no, it's not like the one in the DMV, 2-story urban hip hop fried chicken joint with a dance floor, DJ each night at midnight, 24 hours with hookah. It's huge there. And a second floor speakeasy cigar lounge. Here's the kicker. I'll be the first person ever to bring Kool-Aid to the island. Okay, God, I see you working big time. Y'all, we going to Bali. Yes, so Darius Cooks is about to bring Kool-Aid sangria to Bali. Have at it. Have at it. So then he also posted, sorry, the contract. That's the I'm sorry, y'all are so unprofessional. That's the contract. He posted it. He bragged. He said, deal done. I own 90% of a whole business in Bali. Why is it written with permanent marker? Mr. Williams. They like, we got one. Got him on a hook. Oh, we got a big catch. She's a big one. Hold on. Oh. Mr. Williams, it just says international business agreement. Okay, but I could be totally wrong. Again, I'm not the person who is in Bali grifting, trying to scam somebody and, potentially getting scammed themselves. So I don't know. I'm just telling y'all the story. As funny as it is, I'm just sharing. So then Darius Cooks explains in the next video, we got a little blurry. Camera didn't like me doing all that. In the next video, we have Darius Cooks explaining the signing of the lease. Everything is a content for him. So he's explaining the lease and showing it.
Anything, they put this stamp down, and then you sign on top, your whole signature, you sign on top of the stamp, right? That means that this is now a legal agreement between two parties, and then you also get signed by a notary, which means that it's now, basically you can go to court over some BS, right? That's the one that's in.
He gonna take them to court in Indonesia. Good luck with that.
That was the one that was in Indonesian, and then this is the one that's in English, right? So this is the one that's in English. And you see how you sign the day first, then you sign the month, then you sign the year. Okay, so that's how you do it. You do day, month, then year. Not year, month, then day. Okay? So you have to get what's called duty stamp. So, okay. So they got the stuff duty stamped. That's what they do. Matter of fact, it's actually a very common thing. I Googled it. FYI, if you Google duty stamp, you'd be surprised how many countries outside of America do duty stamp. We ain't never heard this, no dumb shit like this, duty stamp. But there are tons of places that do it. So they have duty stamp, and then they have the notary. So it's two separate processes, right? Oh, in the military they do that. I never knew that. I don't know anything about the military. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the military. They do. See? Dumb. Why would I know? Oh, the date you mean. Oh, you mean the date. You mean the duty stamp or the date? Because y'all saying military, and I said two different things. So is it military to the dates or military to the duty stamp? Which one? The date. Got it. Okay. The date.
states. Oh, I had no idea that's how they wrote it. I had no idea. Why would I know? What army have I been in? The army of the Lord. That's it. I'm going to hold up the bloodstained banner. I'm going to hold it up until I die. We are.
Don't forget, the devil knows the Bible. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. Good. Shay J, thank you so much for the super chat rather. Crooks was suckered into the worst timeshare pitch ever. Right. Also, I'm going to say again, please hit that like button. We've only got 10 since I last gave that whole little speech. We got 246 likes and 485 people currently watching. I'm going to take a commercial break until we get up to about, trying to be reasonable with this, 350 likes. So that's about 353 likes. We need 353 likes for us to continue with the show. And the next piece, I'm going to do the surveys, but the next piece is a warning that Darius Cooks got, not just from the D-hivers, not from just the flying monkeys, not from the people just in the exposing group saying, because he be watching everything y'all do. Not just that, but he got other warnings as well that he ignored. And we're going to get into that when I get to 350 something like, because y'all, this ain't easy. And I'm tired. I really would have came tomorrow with this, but I was like, they waiting. No. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Sonia, Charlie. And then we're closing out this poll question. Do you believe that Darius Cooks is getting scammed in Bali? 91% of y'all are saying yes. 9% are saying no. Because I'm like, I don't know, like common sense is just showing you everywhere. But this is how he scams people though. But he's so convincing that he got it all figured out. And I keep saying but he acting so confident. But I know better, y'all. But this is how he get people. This is how that cult leader works. Thank you so much, Margin, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Let me put up the next poll question. Then I'm gonna take a commercial break. Remember, we need 353 likes. 353 likes. And then I'll come back. But I'm gonna play a commercial until then. But I'm putting up this next poll question. So when we come back, we can just keep it moving real quickly. Do you believe that the driver was... Oh, maybe I should wait on that. Hold on. Never mind. Y'all make this happen quick so we can go ahead and keep moving on.
my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, Young G's. And I'm a self-made man.
I actually interviewed Darius Cooks on my radio show. Might have been 5 or 6 years ago before he blew up on social media. And just this was just articulated. He actually went on Periscope Live during the radio show. It is his own show in the studio during the show that he was supposed to be on. But he's a narcissistic individual. And because of that, he's had many of these run-ins. I think there was a scandal a few years ago where he was doing fake credit repair for people and got sued. His restaurant got closed down, those sorts of things. So he maintains these online scams, preying on the hearts and minds of his followers, and even just articulated after our show, because we tend to ridicule people when they act up on our show. He actually went on Periscope Live to talk about me and our producer and some of the other guests after the show. So this has been going on for a long period of time. Now, legally, when somebody talks about you online, that's just talk. But once they get into the place of making threats, either violence, threatening to release personal information, well, that's where you can actually file a criminal report against this individual. And if they do release improper or censored information, personal information that is privileged, that absolutely, you can report that to the Georgia Bureau of Investigations or to the Federal Bureau of Investigations for them to look into it, particularly if you have multiple individuals who are involved in this.
To this damn group.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Just a reminder, I am here. I'm just waiting on y'all to get us to 253 likes. And the longer it's taking, I'm getting a little sleepy. I was like, wait a minute, let me let them know I'm still here. I want to doze off on them, and they be like 5 hours later, where'd they all go? I'm here. I'm just waiting on them. 353 likes.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. You wish you could work it the way I do. Check it out. Look, remember? Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would.
You got knocked the fuck out, man! Give me my goddamn money. The payback's a motherfucker, ain't it? Nigga.
When I see food, Damn, nigga, did you order that shit yet, man? Fuck, I'm hungry as a bitch. When I see food.
Oh, come on! On your range!
not be just a nuffin', my head all full of stuffin', my heart all full of pain. I would dance and be merry, life would be a ding-a-dairy if I only had a brain.
Okay, I think some of y'all right. I was reading the chat as well. I think some of y'all right. Because it's like really stagnant. I'm like, oh yeah, those are the rest are D-hivers. Hey y'all. Are y'all watching y'all leader at the same time? Anyway, let's move on with the show because we want them to see this part too. I'm sure they're dual watching, the leader on one channel and on the IG lives and me over here. Because I was like, okay, it stopped moving. That means the rest of y'all, it's like 100 D-hivers in here. Welcome though, welcome. So, Darius Cooks. Now we all sitting here with everything that I just told y'all about all the, the timeline we've been working our way through, and all y'all, 90-something% of y'all saying like, this looking real shady. Well, while Darius Cooks was there before he signed any deal, he had a person from Indonesia trying to warn him and his friends. And this is how that went.
The driver, critic, that's his name.
It's buffering, y'all. And I'm putting this poll.
The driver, what's up, Didi? The driver was talking to Corey, right? Because he took Corey around to do some stuff. And he just talked Corey's ear off about this, that, and the third.
Just for clarity, because some of y'all get confused because there's two Corys. He's talking about Corey, his ex-Corey, Corey, the ex-videographer, not Corey Brims, the drunk bartender, traveling bartender, not him.
His broken English, right? And then when he took Valencia to do her stuff, he talked Valencia's ear off, right? La, 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 la. If I'm the one that organized the trip, if I'm the one that organized you, why you ain't talk to me directly? Number one, we can talk about everything else. Why you can't tell me, but you got to tell them, right?
So Darius Cooks is offended because this driver was trying to warn Darius Cooks' friend, well, Corey, and the driver don't know who's who, but Corey, and then Valencia, Darius Cooks' friend who travels with him quite a bit. She's from Chicago. The driver's trying to warn his friends, like telling them, basically let him know this is blah, 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 this and that. This thing with Tommy is seeming a little shaky or whatever he's telling them. They then tell Darius Cooks. Darius Cooks gets offended because the guy didn't tell him directly. Well, he probably has gotten to know you in them couple days, and he's like, he's a know-it-all asshole, and so I'm going to try to warn him through his friends. People do that all the time. They like, you'll probably listen to your friends more than me. Darius Cooks, all up in his feelings because he's a narcissist.
So Valencia was like, well, I think he's just looking out for you. Okay, fine. So Corey said the same thing. I think he's just confused. Okay, fine. So Corey, right? So Valencia was like, well, I think he's just looking out for you. Okay, fine. So Corey said the same thing.
I didn't even pay attention. Y'all know I be putting this stuff together. I don't even be listening to the stuff I'm recording. I didn't even know that part was in there. Valencia, his friend Valencia was around when I was around. So she's been around. It's a friend. Shay J is saying, who is Valencia? Valencia is one of his friends from Chicago. If I'm not mistaken, she's like, maybe they met in the church choir scene or something. She's a singer. I know she was around. I know of her, but like we weren't never close. It was Darius's friend, and I just knew her through Darius. But anyway, she's been around all these years because she's, again, one of those people that's been in the safe zone. She ain't never gone into business with him. She only sees one side of him. So the scamming and stuff that happened to us, I'm sure he gave her whatever his narrative was that we was trying to get him first. I found this out a couple years ago. That's all she knows is his version of everything. So she's still been around. I guess she ignores all the public reports of his scamming ways. But anyway, she's even telling him, no, I don't think the driver was being nefarious. I think he was trying to warn you, and he had the best intentions. Darius Cooks is mentally ill, y'all. He's mentally ill. He got pissed because the man told his most trusted sources before he came to him. And somebody just said, oh, here we go. Jane Doe said the driver didn't like him. Most likely he like, this is an asshole, but maybe I can still warn him by letting his friends know, talk some sense into him. He might listen to them. As we see, he ain't listen to his friends based on the fact that we've been doing this show.
I think he's just concerned, whatever, which is fine. You can have concern. So yesterday, we back and forth
Hey, we can all do better, aka Darnell.
Over text. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth over text. For like 45 minutes. And you know, I don't operate like that. Honey, get to the point so I can move on with my life. So he kept saying, the people are out to get you. You got to be careful. It's a lot of money. Delay the transaction. Then that's what
the people are out to get you. That's a lot of money. He's frustrated. How dare you tell me to watch out? And watch how he twists this narrative. Oh my God, y'all, just listen to this.
That's what he told me. He said, tell him, the driver said, tell Tommy and them that you're going to delay the transaction. You're going to fly back to Bali with the $3,000. And then you're going to go to a notary and do it in front of a notary. So do it in front of a notary means you give the notary the $3,000. The notary takes their commission and then gives the remaining balance to whoever it needs to go to with legal paperwork, right? But the thing is, the culture is such that whoever is helping you do this, right, they get commission. So if Cadec is the one who's trying to help me, then that means that he gets his hands greased every step of the way. You see what I'm saying? So yesterday we having a conversation. And so I said, you know what? Let me just, hold on. Let me block this person. I said, you know what? Let me just pick up the phone and call you, right? So I pick up the phone and call him. And I said, you're saying the same thing 4 different times. You ain't told me nothing different, and you have not given me a solution, right?
Didn't he also say that the God English wasn't the God's first language? So it's also a broken English. So it's going to be harder for him to communicate in different ways when he found at least one way to communicate something. Does he even listen to himself? It's only his perspective on everything.
The most, I'm out of $3,000. Girl, I could sneeze $3,000. You see what I'm saying? I could sneeze $3,000. So here I go. I'm like, you ain't told me nothing different. So until you tell me something different, shut up, you know? So then I said, I'll tell you what. Why don't we get on the phone with Tommy? You got concerned. Why don't we get on the phone, me, you, and Tommy? Now, I'm going to spend 45 minutes back and forth. I can show you the text messages back and forth, the WhatsApp messages. Why he refused to get on the phone with Tommy? Refused, right? And so I'm saying to myself, well, if you feel like it's an issue, or you feel like it's a problem, or you feel like it's something that's going on, or something that's shady, why the hell we can't get on the phone with Tommy and sort this out? So I hang up with him and I call Tommy, right? Tommy was...
So this is a narcissist way too. Create conflict. Create chaos. So now I'm trying to have that guy get on the phone with Tommy for what? He's trying to warn you. Right, Nurse Lady Vaughn says messy. He's trying to help you, and your solution is to, well, I'm gonna front him and let Tommy know that he's trying to warn me about doing business with Tommy. He's trying to tell me delay paying them any money just to watch myself. And I'm finna blast him. I'm finna have him get on the phone with Tommy, who you got to keep in mind, these people live together. You don't. You finna fly your ass on back to Houston or wherever you're going. And these people got to live with each other. You don't know if they related, a cousin, or through marriage, or he know Tommy got people to get him or later. Right. Hey, you there saying snitch? This is why karma's gonna give you what you deserve in this situation.
Like, yeah, that's not how we really work. Tommy was like, let's call the guy. If the guy has now this is Tommy. Tommy's up front, and the landowner wouldn't even do the deal until he saw a signed and notarized contract between Tommy and me that listed me as the owner. That's integrity. You know what I'm saying? The owner was like, well, I don't want Tommy, who's local, to take advantage of you, and you live in America until you get down here. So to protect you, I want to see a contract that shows you as the owner in the business. That way, if anything happens, I know it's above board. Go through this. Okay. So anyway, so I called Tommy, right? And when I called Tommy, I'm like, bro, like, you know, they saying so. Tommy was like, I tell you what, let's get on the phone right now and let's call the driver, right? So we get on the phone to call the driver. All of a sudden, no answer. He said, I'm on the phone. I've been texting you for the last 45 minutes, paragraphs back and forth. Now you telling me you on the phone and you can't answer my call? Like, I don't know. So what we believe, what we are coming to the conclusion of is that cadet.
We are coming to the conclusion of not that the guy was trying to protect you from getting scammed, but this is his new theory. Because Tommy said, no, that's not how it is. I'm not trying to scam you. No, of course not. That's not how we roll. It's the other guy. And Darius like, yeah, because there's money on your side. So yeah.
Realizes, because you have to remember, my first communication with anybody in Bali was cadet. So he feels like, I guess my loyalty should be toward him, right? And so because he wasn't involved with this transaction, he feels like I might be doing it wrong.
So all drivers in Indonesia also double as real estate agents, even though they don't have them. Let Darius Cooks tell it. Because why would the guy be jealous that he wasn't in on a deal if that's not the kind of work he do? Huh?
And in actuality, what I believe is that Cadet want his pocket lined a little bit as well. And instead of coming out telling me, you know, like the truth or what's going on, I kind of feel like he's just like, well, because that's what he told me. Now, you know, this don't make no goddamn sense what I'm going to tell you. Listen to what he told me. This fool said, delay the transaction and fly back to Bali with $3,000 cash. Okay, you want me to pay $21,000 for a round trip ticket to come back to Bali to put down $3,000?
Speaking of Bali scams, he claims that he paid $21,000 to fly there for this particular trip. However, now he said he figured out that he could actually fly there for $6,000. So speaking of being scammed, but he knows everything.
When I could go into a PNC bank and wire it immediately, that don't make sense to me. Where they do that at? Then he gonna say, well, if you can't do it, can Valencia do it? Girl, Valencia's my friend. Valencia got a whole life. No, Valencia can't catch no flight to come back to Bali to drop off $3,000. No, she cannot. So none of what this man was saying made any sense to me.
What don't make sense to me is what's happening here. I love this one though. Darius, your scam is ready. I love it. Oh, y'all so funny. Poll question we are closing out. Do you believe that the driver was trying to warn Darius Cooks about this scam? 79% of y'all say yeah. 21% of y'all think that maybe he was just trying to get his palm grease, as Darius Cooks is saying. Somebody telling you to wait and be careful with this situation when you're trying to, you literally just met these people. You're in a foreign country, have been there less than 48 hours, and you are going into a 25-year contract with these people, supposedly getting a house built on rented land, and you're about to send money to these people, and you're going to have your project manager / business partner is a stranger who's going to be supposedly doing these things from across the world. And this guy says, hold on, slow down, just make sure you're not getting scammed. And you think he the scammer. Because Tommy said, no, that's not true. But that's what Darius Cooks does. It's literally like just watching a reflection of what he does to other people happening to him. Right. Anita Lauderdale said, come on, karma. Right. Come on down. So this one I played for y'all before. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm done with that. This one I played for y'all before, but it falls in line with this. And it comes from this saga. We were just, at that time, I hadn't dug into it deeply yet. Oh, this poll question got nothing to do with that, though. Let me play this video here. This is Darius Cooks talking about, oh, I probably ran out of space for this one. Hold on. Make sure. Is that here? What is this one? That's not that. Hold on. Let me pull it in. Darius Cooks has said that Bali is heaven on earth because they have no crime. There is zero crime in Indonesia. Hold on, wait a minute. Here we go. Like, where is it? Why is it hiding from me?
The thing I think is crazy is that there's zero crime. This man, Tommy, has had, I don't know, what's equivalent to like a couple $100 US.
So, and also with the volume is just lower on this video because I never edited it to increase the audio. So you might turn your volume up a little bit for this one. But what's interesting is he's talking about that there is no crime in Indonesia. And he's talking about how his experience with Tommy, how Tommy showed him that, oh, you ain't got to worry about none of that here. Going as far as to leave hundreds of dollars in his car as they went about and other things. But just listen to this. This is interesting.
Sitting in his cup holder in his car for the last couple days. He gets out his car. He does not lock the car. He does not roll the window up. What's up, Don? He doesn't do any of that. And in fact, as we drove and saw all the scooters I showed you guys, all the scooters, their keys are in the scooters. They don't take their keys out of the scooter. They literally park the scooter in front of the store, park the scooter somewhere. They leave all their keys in the scooter. You can literally walk up to the scooter, turn the ignition, and drive off. Nobody steals. Nobody steals. They don't lock their front doors. Some people don't even have keys to get in their house. Literally, it's a very different way of living. It's a very, very different way of living. Like no one steals, no one does, like there's no crime. There's zero crime. Zero crime.
Zero crime in Bali. Crime rates for Bali, Indonesia. I ain't gonna say it's high, but it's there. Because she just said no crime, zero crime, zero crime. It's different. Nobody locked their house. People didn't leave it, everything open. Level of crime in Bali, Indonesia is considered to be moderate at 49.36%. Crime increasing in the past 3 years because people like Darius Cooks comes there. Scam Yonsei, 64.35%. It's high now. It's increasing with every year. Worries of home broken and things stolen, it's at 51%. Mugged and being robbed, 48%. Cars stolen, 35%. Things stolen from the cars, except for what's his name's car, Tommy's car, 46% for everybody else. Being attacked, 42%. Being insulted, I didn't even know that was. Is that considered a crime there? Oh Lord, Crook's gonna get the death penalty. 47% for insulting. Subject to physical attack because of your skin color, origins, gender, religion, it's at 39.53%. People using and dealing drugs, 59%. Darius Cooks falls in that category. That's also going to be very interesting because, you know, drug use over there is illegal. And Darius Cooks is a drug user. Crimes such as vandalism and theft, 49%. Violent crimes such as assault, armed robbery. Thought they don't have none of that over there, 42%. Problem with corruption and bribery, 75.34%. 75% for bribery and corruption. Might include when you rent land from the chief of police thinking you're safe, and they might be very corrupt. Tommy's dad is a police chief. Oh, is that factual? Best hold on, y'all know it's hard for me to jump back and forth. Here we go. Tommy dad is police chief. Is that true? Now I know the police chief is supposed to be the person who is leasing this land that Darius Cooks restaurant and home is supposed to be built on, but I don't know that to be factual. But I don't know. Maybe y'all know something I don't know. Says yes, there's a picture of them all together. That guy does not look old enough to be Tommy's dad. And you know that to be factual. Here's the picture. You got me jumping ahead of my show, but this is just because I'm like, what? This is supposed to be the guy to the far left. To your left to right, he says the landowner. So that's supposed to be the chief of police. You talking about that guy all the way to the far left is also Tommy's daddy. Is that what you telling me? Because if so, he got some good ass genes. Because Tommy got to at least be in his late 20s, the early 30s, at least. Anyway, right? Corey Thomas, Darius, you in danger, girl. Exactly. So Darius Cooks, being the know-it-all, you know, there's no crime, although we see there's crime. There's no scamming, although we see there's scamming. There's no real estate agents, although we see that they have realtors there. There's no permits needed. There's no zoning, etc. Although we just seen that like literally everything she's saying that doesn't exist, we're seeing that it does. I don't know. Maybe Google off. Maybe Google is totally wrong, and Darius Cooks knows it all based on what Tommy told him. Tommy, who he's sending money to, told him. So Darius Cooks tells us in this next video about his 25-year plan, his escape plan. Now he's letting us know why he really going down there. Now remember, there was conversation about Darius Cooks' plan for 2024 originally. He was doing his wish list. He was saying that he was going to reopen the Carolina Pound Cake Trap bakery, but it was going to be legit, well, somewhat legit this time. He was going to do a brick and mortar store, and he was going to be shipping out those brick cakes all over the country to the Flying Monkey Beehavers. And also he was going to open a Southern fried catfish place, and it was going to be a carry-out kind of place, and he was going to open 30 of them across the country. This was his plan. Then this came up, and now he's saying, screw all that. I ain't want to deal with y'all no way. It was all about the money. That was my way. I was going to grift more money from y'all. Now I found another way to grift money and got to deal with y'all. So here's his 25-year escape plan. 25 year a scammer, not 25 years a slave, 25 years a scammer plan.
To invest nobody you can call for 25 years. I know. Ooh, you mean to tell me broke Darius, who don't have no money, who lies about the money that he makes, done went to Indonesia on vacation, worked out a deal to invest $160,000 of his US dollars to make millions over the next 25 years. And ain't nothing.
Remember, y'all, I'm not altering his voice. This is literally the way it's coming out. It's the spirit of Satan coming out on these internets.
Thing you can do to stop it. Nothing. 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 The contract signed and executed. The partnership agreement signed and executed with the duty stamp and the notary. What is there left for you to do? Nothing. 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 When I'm over in Bali living my best life, all you could do is say, he ugly. And I'll take it. But there is nothing you can do anymore. Zero. It's over. There's absolutely nothing. You can't call nobody. You can't write nobody. You can't visit nobody. You can't wire nobody. You can't tap in. You can't Zoom. You can't WhatsApp because you can't do nothing.
So he's admitting here that the real reason why he is so hell-bent on going to Bali, Indonesia, after only being there for a couple days, and he has decided that's his exit strategy, his retirement plan, is because people can't get to him to continue to expose him. I don't know where she get this from. That's in her made-up mind. She feels like she can continue to scam in peace. That's her reason. She's on the run. That's why I was titled On the Run. That's why I got this thumbnail. On the run. She's running scared, y'all. Y'all been exposing her for so long that she is tired of it. Although she claims they can't do nothing to stop my business. Everything I do is prospering. Everything. They can't do nothing. I don't pay them no attention. But the people who hate me, I don't even know what they be saying. But this girl is running to a whole other country where she can't be extradited. Running scared. She tell on herself every time, y'all. All you got to do is just let her go. I just let her go. Just record what she do, and she tells on herself all the time.
I be trying to tell y'all. Basically, $500K minimum annually for the next 25 years. I need you to up it to 1.5 million annually. Probably started about 2 years. Because I told Tommy, we need 3 of these restaurants. He wants to open 1 school. I said, no. We need 3 schools. Just give me 25%. I'll fund it for you. So now we finna do 3 hip-hop fried chickens. We finna do 3 Bali's best cooking schools. 1 in Seminyak, 1 in Chengdu, and then 1 in Ubud. All right? We're gonna run 2 classes a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 30 students in the morning, 30 at night. All over Bali. Excuse me? Let me tell you something. I know. Ooh, it hurt, don't it? Baby, it feels good. It feels good. It feels amazing to be in a position to use my money to invest in something overseas that pays off exponentially for the next 25 years. Damn. The Lord will take care of his own, won't he? Y'all gonna quit playing with Jesus, man? Would you leave Jesus alone? Y'all gonna quit playing with God about me? I don't care how I look, man. He always makes sure I land on my feet. Dang, man. Deal with it. It's nothing you could do. You can't stop nothing. And the gag is this. I'm finna get an Indonesian bank account. What you gonna What you gonna do? I'm finna get an Indonesian bank account. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna call? Oh, I'm telling you, I could not have written this story any better. I couldn't. What's up, John? I could not have written this story any better. Like, that's it. It's done. The deal is done. The wire is sent. The contracts are executed, not just signed, but execute. Like, when you execute a contract, you have to have the duty stamp on the contract, right? The duty stamp is on the contract. The contract is signed and executed with the duty stamp. It's legal. It's law abiding. It's nothing you could do. I know it's so sad. I know. 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 Hi. How are you? I haven't seen you pay that much right now. I am not the same size as Corey. I just got off the scale, 263.
Oh, wow.
From 452. So that's 188 pounds. A whole nother body. 188 pounds total.
Wow.
Good job, man. It's crazy, man.
He's so proud of himself for getting on a getting on a surgery table for the second time for another mommy makeover, and then trying to take credit when all he does is eat constantly, and then Photoshop his photos. I don't know if we're gonna get to that today. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Oh shoot, I can't do enough for food since Friday. Anyway, we'll do it probably next week. Well, I'll show y'all these doctored Photoshop photos.
I know. Somebody said, why do you always, what they said something about my female? Why do all your female employees hate you? Or why do all your female employees leave? Or something they said. Exactly. And Shakiria too. I said, oh, okay.
I thought he don't care what people be saying about him in these groups and don't know because he don't look, but he's always able to recite what's being said.
But that's what I was trying to say last night without getting too deep into it. After everything that we have been through, everything we have gone through, it's beautiful to be at this juncture in the journey where God has, like, literally positioned me in a space where nothing can stop me. All of the energies, all of the attempts, all of the attacks over the last few years, all of them mean nothing. They mean zero. They mean absolutely nothing. Do you know that I have the opportunity?
Again, I am not altering his voice. This is how it's coming out. I did not do anything to the audio. This is his voice. It is the spirits of Satan coming out of him as he speaks. It is what it is. God will expose you.
To go to Bali. Wake up every day and do absolutely nothing. I can do absolutely nothing. In fact, I'm thinking, how will I feel my days? Maybe I'll get a massage on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Maybe I'll go to the gym
on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Like, maybe once a month, I'll go to Singapore or Jakarta or Calcutta. You know, Allison, it makes me emotional, but I'm trying not to think about it only because I still have work to do. I still have work to do. So I'm really at this juncture, and Allison, you know what I mean, because you've been with me from the beginning, baby. Okay? Allison, you've been with me from the beginning. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's just, I got still more work to do here, and I'm not really all the way complete. So it's like, part of me, like my mind, it's like dining with Darius Cooks, right? I knew dining with Darius Cooks was coming to an end, and I was ready to move on, right? I was ready, but I couldn't move on until the assignment was completed. It's like the same thing now. I still got stuff to do, right? But I don't think I really can't move on until everything is complete. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what my head is. Like, I wanna be there, you know what I'm saying? But I also got work. I know it makes a lot of people emotional that's been around because we've been through some shit, man.
You notice this is part of the indoctrination, part of the cult-like behavior. Yeah, because we've been through some stuff, man. We really been through it. It's you. It's from your scamming, and they ain't been through nothing but watching your theatrics. But he has to have them take ownership over what's happening to him so that when people are exposing him and calling him out and all the issues hitting the fan, that they'll go, be flying monkeys, you coming after us, sir. It's like, no, girl, nobody coming after you. We don't even know you. We're coming after the scamming predator, Darius Crooks, Darius Legion Crooks, Darius Scamyonce Crooks. That's who we coming after. Or exposing. We just exposing her. We letting karma do the rest.
We've been through some stuff. And now to be in a position where we have been faithful, God rewards faith. I never stopped. In the middle of persecution, I kept moving. I don't care how murky the water was. I don't care how smooth the air was. I kept moving, for I never stopped. I never stopped. I didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a choice. And now to be in a position where God is saying, hey, let me do this. Let me reward your faithfulness and set you up on a path for immediate success. I said, God, what kind of God is this? What kind of God? Girl, I can go to Bali right now. I ain't gotta work. I can go to Bali with what I got in my bank account right now. I ain't gotta work for the next 20 years. Or more. It's kind of amazing. No, it really is. It really is. It's kind of awesome to be in that position. And like I said, the great thing about it, and I'm not gonna harp on this too long, right? Because we all know the obvious. But the great thing about it is, baby, when he tell you he'll make your enemies your footstool, baby, ain't nothing they can do to touch me. Nothing. You can't do nothing. You can't do a thing. Every attempt has fallen. There is nothing you can do. Zero. What can they do? Who can they call? Who can they write? Nobody.
So you see, he's trying to run to another country because he thinks when he gets there, there's nothing that the people who are exposing him can do to get to people of authority or anything like that. He's telling y'all, he's literally telling y'all that he's running scared to a different country. But then in the same breath will be saying that ain't no power, and the people who've been exposing him over the years ain't been able to stop nothing, etc. Girl, you're running to a whole different country. You're changing your life. You're moving into a culture you're not even familiar with. You are running scared. You're making sure you're going to he loves Mexico. Why you ain't go to Mexico? Because that's why I always thought she was going to escape to. He ain't going to Mexico because he don't want to be extradited. That's why he's going to Bali. Thank you so much to everyone who's been hitting up this Cash App. Y'all have been blessing me, and I really appreciate it. We got Sheila S. and Sheila C. Sock Snob Films, Carolyn, Melissa, Ladia. Thank all of y'all. I really greatly appreciate it. I'll be harding y'all stuff after this show. I want to make sure I don't get too distracted. Okay, we're wrapping this up. Oh, closing this poll out. I closed the poll out before I read it and it disappeared. What happened? Oh, wow. Oh, well. It used to stay when I did that. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, next poll question is, have you seen the floor plans for his body? So now we know, right, not putting him, not him pulling a Russell Simmons. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing, LL Cool Dre. That's exactly what he's doing. He's just running for a different reason. Right, Catherine Powell, delusion at its finest. Next poll question is, have you seen the floor plans for Crooks' Bali home and restaurant? He's been talking about it. This was another one of his posts, and we almost done, y'all. We only got a couple little things, and then we out of here. How long we been on here? 2 hours. Okay, that's good. We wrapping it up. This was another one of his posts. This is and somebody was recommending that I Google the chief of police, and I really don't like to do my show prep during the show, but I did it because I had some time while he was rambling in his demonic voice. So I did pull it up. Don't let me forget, because now I'm even more confused. So Darius Cooks posted this, and he says, from left to right, the landowner, the architect, and construction company. That guy don't look like, the one in the middle does not look like he's nobody's architect, but okay. My local business partner and me. So Tommy's right next to Darius Cooks, the investor. Here's a fun fact. In Bali, only locals can buy land. Everybody else has to lease the land. They do a 25-year lease. We negotiated to $1,000 a month for the land to build both my American-style home, which that home is not American style, but anyway, and my new restaurant. It will cost at most a whopping $100K. Now he up to $250K, but you know, I give grace for that but the budget's already way over. That's a double, ain't it? More than double. How you know 150% over your budget already? It ain't even started. That's a good scam. Oh, Tommy, y'all doing it. Oh, y'all doing it. And we ain't gonna feel no kind of ways, no ways tired about it. No ways tired. Did you hear me? A business and a house for $100K? We heard you, but you was obviously wrong. In the States, that's damn near the cost of your down payment. Yeah, Bali me, please. So that's Darius Cooks. Now he's claiming that this guy on the far left is the landowner now y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but he was also saying that the landowner who he's renting from is also the chief of police. Now, what I'm a little lost by, based on what I just pulled up, is, for one, somebody was saying that was also Tommy's dad. And I'm like, that guy on the far left looked way too young to be Thomas' daddy. So let me share this, what I got on the screen. I just Googled. Oh, wrong thing. Just Googled. Share the screen here. This who they saying is the current chief, the one to the left in the military garb is the chief of police currently. The one on the side of him with the red background was the former chief of police who's been replaced. And I ain't even gonna try to attempt these names. But I don't know now. Okay, this is what I'm telling y'all. They're saying that they call them the inspector general as well, but they're the chief of police. But they're saying of Bali, Indonesia, So what I'm not sure about is, well, it's saying Bali police. I mean, is the part of Bali he's in, does it have its own? Like we can have, see, but that still don't make sense. I'm trying to make this make sense, y'all. I'm trying to make it make sense. Trying to make it make sense. Because I'm like, well, maybe just the town he's in has a different chief than the overall Bali police. Like, you know, we have our county police, we have the sheriff, and then we have our city or village police chief. So I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to, because this is a quick little Google search. It's saying, girl, did you Google anything? Did you look into it? Because this person is not this person here on the phone. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I just know what I'm showing y'all. But I don't know. I know what she said. I don't know. I don't know. Darnell Hibbler is saying it doesn't make sense. It don't. And I ain't gonna even. Allison, don't strain your brain. I am. It's like it's too late. I did hours of research on this. I can't even begin to try to figure that out for y'all. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Hoppo, who this man? Because he's not him. I'm going to screenshot these so I can pull them up quickly. What? Okay. I don't know, though. I just know. But Darius Cooks claimed the man to the far left is the chief of police and the owner of the land he's paying $1,000 a month. Oh, Jesus, y'all, I'm sorry. Bestie G says, I was rooting for you. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Time will surely tell. Poll question we closing out is: have you seen the floor plans for Crooks Bali home? We're gonna wrap it up with this. That took me out. That just took me out. I'm sorry. Oh my God. It's nothing I'm seeing, nothing that we've covered is making me feel like this is legitimate. Like nothing. And it's so blatantly clear to all of us. I've been trying to be neutral as much as I can. Like, I know she's a scammer, she a grifter and all that. And I do want her to get scammed. Don't get it twisted. Oh, I want her to get scammed. I want her to get a taste of her own medicine, for sure. But I wasn't just automatically saying, oh, this is scam. She's going to get scammed and da-da-da. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to cover the story. I'm gonna, step by step. We're going to just watch the timeline. But this is clearly shaping up to look like a legitimate scam. So Darius Cooks posted on his maybe she created this. Maybe this is part of her storyline. She might be doing like MJ Harris and creating storylines for clicks and views on social media or something. Anyway, Darius Cooks says, been a little quiet about this one. But Hip Hop Soul, Bali's first 24-hour authentic soul food restaurant, bar, lounge, hookah, and cigar bar is coming to, I don't know if it's Kangaroo District. Coming to the Kangaroo District. I'm also building a home next to the restaurant on my land. 3D drawings are coming soon. I'll share those when I get them. Kind of excited and very grateful to God to be able to invest and build on the other side of the world. So then he shows those images. We got some mo. Y'all pause it and look back later. I ain't finna hold this up for forever. But he's showing plans of, really it's this one and this one. This one here is the first floor. This is the restaurant. You see where the cars are parked. His house is supposedly behind all of this. I think and above it or something. I don't know. Then here, this is the second floor of the restaurant. Maybe his house is a different plan. I ain't really pay attention, y'all. I'm sorry. Not really. This is the house here. Okay, so they're different plans. This is his house. It's too small, but I'll fix that later. Maybe we'll look at it later. Y'all can pause it if y'all care. I don't. Anyway, so then that was a couple weeks ago, and then I think this was last week maybe that he got the 3D renderings, and so he posted this. So he's been sending them money. He's been sending the money, and he says, "You saw the 2D drawings. Now here are the 3D renderings." Y'all see how she creates a whole reality show loosely based on a reality she makes up. But y'all see, this is how she keeps it interesting for them. It's like, oh my God, I ain't never seen nobody get nothing built before. Blah, blah, blah. Like they're enjoying it. It's constant content. He's on now. But I think it just got off. He's on now. Constant content from Japan right now. Constant. Been on there 15 times a day still from Japan. And the hours are totally opposite. He's still says this process is very common in Indonesia. Yep. Hip Hop Soul, Bali's first authentic soul food restaurant, is on its way. And yes, my house. Oh, and yes, that's my house I'm building. And yep, it's very common there to have a pool in your living room. Okay. So here's the front of the restaurant. Here is the interior. This is on his Facebook page if y'all really want to see it. I don't know. It might be on Instagram too. So don't be talking about some, Val, could you make it bigger? I don't care to make it bigger. That's the restaurant at the restaurant area. Something going on there. I don't know. There's a bar area in the restaurant. That's looks to be an area with it's harder for me to see on that. Maybe that's the hookah lounge area. Who knows? Then this is actually the back portion, which would be his house. This is a 2-story house he's having built on the same land that he's renting from the chief of police, who looks nothing like the guy we see in the photo. This is the house he's having built on the rental land. This is another view of that. And he's saying it's on the same land as the restaurant, but he says it's not easily accessible from the restaurant. I'm like, whatever, girl, have at it, because you're gonna be treating those people like ish, and they're gonna get you, girl. They're gonna get you. Yeah, and that's the interior. I don't know if there was other pictures of like the rooms upstairs and stuff. I have no idea. Yeah. I thought I played this one already. Let me see. See if y'all heard. I played that one. What's this one? Let me see what this is. I don't know.
Stoppable to be arrogant.
Oh, no. Okay. We listened to that one. Then, Darius, we wrapping it up. This is our last little segment. We're going to be out of here in like 10, 15 minutes. I'll read a couple comments, but not a ton. Darius Cooks, before he left. Oh, sorry. Let me close out this poll. Have you seen the floor plans of Darius Cooks' Bali home and restaurant? 27% of you had, 73% of you had not. Right. Keisha Moore says, will the real chief of police please stand up? Oh, that is hilarious. She gonna give us the answer though. Darius Cooks, Scamionce. She gonna give us the answer because she gonna hear this and she gonna get wind of it, and she know we laughing at her and she can't take it, and then she gonna explain it, you know. But she gonna act like she wasn't doing it for explaining it for us, but whatever. So Darius Cooks, on his last night in America before going away to Indonesia, no, I'm sorry, Japan, his first stop, he had a going away party with his loved ones, who included no family, not a Nan family member, nothing but the flying monkey dehaggers. These are some who were in and around the Houston area, who have been his followers for some of them for many, many, many years. I see a couple of them who are in his IG lives daily. Every time he goes live, like without fail, they're there. They're the head associate dehags in charge. Can't call him the head because that's Crystal. She still got that role till she completely gone. Then I got another person I might hand it to. I'll let y'all know. I ain't gonna say her name too quickly. So that's Darius Cooks. People have noted that, hey, this was nothing but his flying monkey crew. But have at it. Then we got Darius Cooks. I just got a couple quick little photos. Darius Cooks taking his photoshopped photos while there. This is a picture. This one's been out a long time, but it was something I noticed as I was pulling it was these feet. What is wrong with his feet? Like in a bone coming out the side. This is very demonic. His feet are even demonic. Demonic. I'm like, what? I'm tired, y'all. I saw this creative piece of work there on in one of the exposed groups. I think is where I saw it. I think that's where I saw it. Says here, don't forget the Kool-Aid is one of the captions, and the other one, hey Bali, y'all hungry? Let's make a snack. Then this one I thought was very so y'all will be seeing these in our little bumpers and our commercials and trailers and stuff. I grab them when I see them, and then I store them for later. This one I thought was very fun. This is from what was the name of that show? I forgot the name of the show, but what was the name of the show, y'all? Y'all know. But anyway, that's from that show that was supposed to be, wasn't he like the homeless crackhead guy? PJs, the PJs, right? The PJs. So that's from the PJs. There's somebody, I should make this one larger. This is Darius Cooks as Medea, because y'all know she be popping her lips and being all sassy. Then we got, this is a very old one, but this is Darius Cooks busting at the seams. This was when she was the beginning, early days of her doing her slanderous black restaurant reviews and then got nerve enough to be calling people fat. And right now he's photoshopping. I just didn't have time to pull it all together to show y'all how he'll take a picture like this, and then turn around and you see him on camera doing a live stream or something that same day, and he looking like that. And it's like, how you losing 30 pounds in a matter of a couple hours since the last time you posted a picture? Craziness. Then this one I literally bust out laughing. This one I literally busted out laughing when I saw it. Great work, y'all. Great work. I love it. Y'all keep it, it's get heavy. It get heavy talking about this stuff, and y'all keep it entertaining. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all hard work. So I'm gonna read a couple comments, and then we're gonna get on out of here. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I can't promise y'all be live tomorrow. We'll see. I gotta get some I gotta get some editing done. I'm so behind, and then the weekends I'll be too tired to edit. Oh my God, you got me struggling. Velociraptor feet. Okay, great. Thank you so much for the super chat. Don't be testing my reading abilities at the end of a show late at night. Oh, I had started. I'm like, where am I going for my question? Okay, we got a few. Let me try to get through. Somebody was asking, who is Chantel? Because Darius Cooks had talked about paying Chantel $24,000. Shower Nicole. That's the kitchen comeback situation, friend. So if you don't know about that, you got a lot of catching up to do. Look at my videos about the kitchen comeback. It's in the thumbnail. But that was Darius Cooks' most recent business. No, I'm sorry. That was the business failure right before the Three Kings tour. It's a very interesting story. And I still actually have to break that down and do a deep dive. I still never did a deep dive. We kind of did a live reaction on the day he quit, but I never gave y'all a deep dive from beginning to end. Let me see if y'all want that. Let me see if y'all want the timeline, like a deep dive on the kitchen comeback. Because maybe some of y'all might be like, oh, we moved on from that veil. Do you want a kitchen comeback deep dive? Do you want a kitchen? Uh-oh. That's why I need to not be trying to type this late night. A kitchen comeback deep dive. And let me play y'all a quick commercial. I gotta grab something real quick. Where am I? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, youngster. Yeah, get your ass up out of here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Call for your mama. I stayed off your ass out of respect for that woman. But if it wasn't for your mama, I would have broke your little ass down a long time ago. Jody? Little Jody? You know what I see when I look in your eyes?
You gonna cry now? Come on, cry, baby. Cry for me. Come on. Cry.
Deep in the recesses of my brain, a tiny red-hot little flame began to grow.
This my baby. And ain't nobody finna touch him.
Once you have mastered karate, you can master any adversary. Okay, suppose you were attacked by 2 dope fiends, and they both have 12-inch knives. And it's about 2 in the morning, and you're in a dead-end alley. All right, what would you do?
I'd have a heart attack and drop dead.
Hey, Grady, would you please excuse yourself?
Say, Blood, what you think you doing? What? Look, man, find yourself another store. This is my domain. Who are you? I'm Lieutenant.
Okay, I'm back. I put up the wrong thing. I meant to put up a poll. And I did a Q&A instead. Okay, back to the questions, and we're about to get on out of here. Comments. Curl Connection says, sounds like a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, that's exactly right. Curl Connection also saying, Tommy said, I got me one, boss. That's, again, what it seems like, that this is like some kind of racket that they have going on, where this is like a whole little scheme that got put together. Because you know Darius Cooks walked over there talking about how rich he is. You know he did. He can't help himself. Miss Kimberly saying he's so money hungry that he doesn't even think critically. Right. I'm only do the questions. If we got any questions, just for the sake of time. Oh, I think I missed this one. Thank you, Curl Connection, for the super chat. Crooks getting crooked. Right. I think I read that. That might be it. Here's a question. Okay, question. Is he now permanently in Bali? Deborah is asking. He is not as of yet. He is going to be there for the month of April, he says. Then he'll be back here harassing Americans. And then he'll go back periodically. But he doesn't even know how long this is going to take to be built and come to fruition. So he's going to be here in America until, but even when he goes there, he says he doesn't plan on giving up his American citizenship. So he'll be back over here harassing Americans as well, or creating some grift from over there to scam Americans, something. He'll figure out something. Trust me. Does he know if Tommy is really that guy's name? Yes. Well, he assumes so, because Tommy does have an Instagram. And on his Instagram, it is his the name Tommy and whatever the last name is. And it's a picture of him and his wife on their wedding day. Where's all this loyalty to Tommy coming from? Yeah, well, he was easily impressed by Tommy knowing a Kool in the Gang music. And he says that Tommy is really familiar with like soul music, but Black culture, all of that kind of stuff. And Darius Cooks was very, very, very impressed by that. GR is saying Tommy is on Instagram, but conveniently Darius says he don't remember what name he uses. He quickly changes the subject. I have his Instagram. It's on the exposed groups. Literally, you just type in Tommy and his they have his Instagram information. So it's again, but the D-hivers, they don't research nothing. So they just take everything Darius Cooks says at face value. But yeah, he does have an Instagram, but anybody can create a Instagram to have a scam. Look at Darius. He did it. His whole social media is platform is a scam. All of them. Plot twist, Tommy is not the scammer, y'all. The driver is. Right, LL Cool J. Let Darius Cooks tell it. It was the driver who was trying to warn him. He ain't even keeping in mind. Like, I don't know if that was the driver related to the cooking school. That driver may do business with Tommy and may need to keep that business relationship going. So that could be why he didn't want to be confrontational or want Tommy to even know that he was trying to warn Darius Cooks. Like he don't think she's so chaotic in the brain. She ain't got good sense. Last poll question. Do you want to do a kitchen comeback deep dive video? 62% of you say yes. Basically 39% of you are saying number keep changing, but basically 60% of y'all are saying yes, 40% are saying no. So we'll see. I won't rush it, but it's a good story. It's a good story from beginning to end. And I know some of y'all don't be seeing all the nuanced stuff like what we just talked about, even with Bali. And it's still stuff I didn't show y'all, and this is ongoing. So stay tuned. So with that, I thank all of you. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. We have 400 likes. I greatly appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for that. And we have 433 viewers. And I just want to make sure I haven't missed any super chats before cash apps. I think Lily, I think is new. Lily C, thank you so much, friend, for your cash app, and everyone else who has given. I greatly appreciate. Oh, and the super. I'm about to miss it. The super. Oh, come on, thing. Here we go. Super chat from Daniel Patrick, rather, says thoughts on Red Bar saying he has your leaked text and will be reading them live on air Friday. Said he found out some sick stuff. Who the hell is Red Bar? I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Good luck with that. Sounds like some grifting BS. Anyway, with that, thank y'all for viewing. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Please share this video if you haven't already. And with that, until next time, make sure to take care and be blessed. And I'm gonna send y'all out with this. Well, hopefully. There we go.